blue pills for what seemed to ail me. Lived in red states and blue states, but the leaders all have failed me. I can't get my hope up like I used to. Somewhere we missed the junction. It never lasts. It's not as strong. I don't know just what's wrong. It's a case of electile dysfunction.
Tuesday was what we can now forever term Trifecta Tuesday, with a lack of common sense, common decency, and the smarts Mother Nature handed off to the Chinese giant salamander and the cookie-cutter shark. Go ahead, you can Google them, they're real. Will give us pause for generations to look back on that day as one that should always be remembered, perhaps tempered with a hefty dose of politically regretful Valium.
Detainees were subjected to the most aggressive techniques immediately. Stripped naked, diapered, physically struck, and put in various painful stress positions for long periods of time. They were deprived of sleep for days, in one case up to 180 hours. That's 7.5 days, over a week with no sleep, usually standing or in stress positions, at times with their hands tied together over their heads, chained to the ceiling.
Kudos to California Senator Dianne Feinstein and her blustering band of partisan peddlers, dredging up old charges, failing to interview anyone from the CIA who was there, spending $40 million of your bucks to bring home a report that told us nothing really new, puts Americans around the world at risk of being hunted and killed, and seeks to deflect the attention of those stupid American voters from what was happening right down the street.
Night before last, I was at the Kennedy Center Honors, where they honored Tom Hanks, famously Forrest Gump, the ultimate in successful stupid man. Are you stupid?
I don't think so, no.
Does MIT employ stupid people?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, so you're a smart man who said some, as the ranking member said, some really stupid things, and you said the same. Is that correct?
The comments I made were really inexcusable.
Jonathan Gruber called Americans stupid for allowing Obamacare to slip into law, but what about the amount of money and time being spent by both sides verbally flagellating this undoubtedly master of video games to repeat what we already know? More preening and posturing designed to grab headlines and, in the end, leave us with what we already have in hand. An American public who allowed themselves to be bamboozled by people who practice three-card Monte in their sleep. Oh, and then we have on the same day the Trifecta Capper.
It's true that a future administration might try to reverse some of our policies. But I'll be honest with you. I think that the American people basically have a good heart and want to treat people fairly. And every survey shows that if, in fact, somebody has come out, subjected themselves to a background check, registered, paid their taxes, that the American people support allowing them to stay. So I think any future administration that tried to punish people for doing the right thing, I think would not have the support of the American people.
President Obama throwing down the gauntlet to whomever follows him in office, basically daring anyone who would even think about reversing his executive action on immigration that they would fail. Set off alarm bells across the country, had opponents frothing at the mouth when, in effect, it's no big deal. It's just words. It's what politicians do, throw out threats and promises and wait for the media coverage. Hey, wise up, America. Understand once again how in one day you're being played for the fool, whether by believing certain lawmakers really that they have the best interests of national security in mind, falling for another show trial where nothing new of substance will be revealed, or allowing yourself to be duped into getting all enraged over absolutely nothing. Let the bloviators do what they best do. Focus on what's important, and please, stop falling for the latest shiny bauble. It's just not worth it. Not yet. And that's telling it like it is. All right, second hour here on MidPoint. Another brilliant move by Democrats pushing Republicans into the corner. Washington Post blogger Jennifer Rubin, and how pro athletes taking a stand could be, once again, getting it all wrong on MidPoint.